is time to cook like candy. Okay, so today we are making stuffed bell pepper. And I'm only making 2 for me because Tiana refuses to eat them. Instead, she wants some tacos, and I'm not going. Well, I'll do a tutorial for tacos, but not today. My ingredients are ground turkey. I prefer ground turkey over ground beef any day. A rice pilaf. I wanted Spanish rice. This was the only thing that I found, which is this rice pilaf. So that's what I'm going with. Onion. Y'all know I have to have garlic and lemon and everything, either or. So today is this little piece of garlic, but it's going to go a long way. Some tomato paste. My seasonings. I'm going to make this kind of Spanish inspired, so I will be using chili powder, cumin, of course my basil mixture, and some garlic powder. I need cheese, and if I use any other ingredients along the way, I will let you guys in on it. So yeah, let's get started. I'll start off by just cutting the tops off of my bell peppers. And then we're going to go in and scoop out this inside part because we need this to be cooked. Then we're going to wash them off again just because we don't know if they had like babies or something growing in here. And it happens. You know, bugs like to nest anywhere. But it's natural. So you just get everything scooped out of there on both of them, and then you wash them out. You want to get the bigger ones that stand up on their own because you're going to have to rely on it standing up on its own when it cooks. So I got these cut in half, insides clean, all rinsed out. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on them and sprinkle some salt on them because you kind of want to eat the outside of this too. So I'm just going to get my olive oil around the outside of them, and it helps tenderize them. When I was little and my mom used to make these, it used to take them forever to cook. And it's because they weren't all the way properly prepped. So I have my oven set to 385. 375 was probably a little too low for me because it's not going to take no time for my ground turkey to brown. I'm going to sprinkle some sea salt on them. Not a whole lot. And then I'm going to set them in this baking pan. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven now, so that when I'm ready to add the meat, it's a head start on the bell peppers.
Hey, come on, Ma.
You ready?
Hey, I ain't trying to sound cocky. Come on, Ma. I'm recording, yeah.
No, turn that off.
Hey.
No, turn it off. And you can delete that too, because let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Come on.
Okay. So I'm going to start off with putting some olive oil in there because it is ground turkey, and ground turkey is not it doesn't have a lot of fat. So I don't want to risk scorching my meat or it's sticking too soon. And in this ground turkey, in this olive oil, I will just add some chopped onion and some chopped garlic just to go ahead and get that ready for my meat. And I don't need to let it sit in there for long at all because I can come right in with my meat and season it. Ground turkey in, and I will sprinkle some garlic powder just to flavor it. I don't need any salt because I'm going to add that seasoned packet from that rice, which has a lot of sodium. Don't worry about what I'm cooking. You don't want any. Nothing.
No, this my taco meat too.
I'm not doing it for your taco. Oh, you getting the taco seasoning.
You're gonna take it out before you ask the pack.
I will. I'll make sure I doctor up your taco meat. So I have to split this with Tiana, which is okay with me, but she won't taco stuff. So that's another reason why I'm seasoning it taco for her. Hold on.
Bless you.
Thank you. And then my chili powder. So that was seasoned pepper, chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, and my oregano blend. And I just get all of this mixed, because I get it with a little seasoned salt, because you know it just don't look right. It don't look like it's seasoned, so I have to help it out. And it still look a little lean or dry, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little more oil in it. Once I get all of this blended, I'm gonna cover this with a lid. I just want to chop down all that stringy when it comes out the package. I don't like the, how they grind it in those strings. I'm gonna go ahead and make this taco style for Tiana real quick. Even though I haven't taken my meat out, but it's brown. And I'm going to go ahead and let it simmer down so I can chop it out. I'm going to use not even half of this because this is real salty, but it's a taco season. I'm not even going to use half. I'm going to put quarter of that in there. That's all I need. And I'm going to put a cup of water in here. Yeah, I'm good. I just want 2 things. It's okay. It's okay, guys.
Don't lose your mind.
I'm going to mix this seasoning in with this water. And I'm going to slow cook this all the way down. It don't seem like a lot of season, but I already had it seasoned. And I really just want the flavor of it. Not too salty, but as it starts to cook in, maybe I'll add a little more seasoning. Because I didn't do a whole lot. Just a little bit more. I'm going to let this come to a boil real quick. And then I'm going to reduce the heat on it. And I'm going to mince through it with my spoon to chop down on all of my thick chunks because I don't like chunks. But I'm going to reduce this heat so that my water won't boil out. I'm going to cover it and I'm just going to let it kind of marry in with all those flavors from that season pack. I transferred my meat into another pan so it can simmer. And in this pan, because I wanted all those spices, I'm going to add a little butter. And I am going to let this butter melt down. As such, it ain't gonna take long because it was already really hot. And you know those electric stoves don't know how to cool off. They just keep going. That's why if you're ever cooking on one, you have to move it off the eye once you cut it off. Because it'll mess up your food. Nonetheless, I got that butter melted down. I'm about to come in here with my pilaf, and I just want my pilaf to brown a little. The box don't require it. The box actually wants you to boil it first, but I like to saute my rice first in the skillet and just let it cook a little until it gets a color on it brown really quick. So you don't want to just leave it, kind of just spread it out. Come back around for it, and yeah, I'm gonna just toss this until it browns, and then once it browns I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is brown the way that I need it, and I don't want it to cook anymore.
Sorry, Ma, I was too busy showing you.
Stop doing that. So
Betty,
I don't want to be on camera. Then you put your water in, and you just go ahead
she
and
did her own sewing last night.
out there. This is why kids should not be around.
It's fat.
All right, so now that I got that boiling, I'm gonna come over with my seasoning packet. Girl, it's hard. Get your seasoning pack. That's the Spanish rice seasoning. Bam. Can we make this from scratch? Absolutely. Do we have time? Not today. So we're going to mix this in, and once I get it all the way evenly mixed, I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to reduce the heat on it, and I'm going to let that fluff up. So I'm going to reduce that heat on it now. I'm going to cover it, and I'm coming back over here to my taco meat because I'm about to take Ty's out, and I'm going to season hers a little more as a taco meat, and I'm going to separate mine and place mine over there with the Spanish rice. Water has cooked down out of my Spanish rice. I'm going to add some more because it ain't quite as fluffy as I want it to be. And I'm going to cover it again. But before I cover it, I'm going to add my share of this ground turkey. This is called cooking on a budget, when you got to split a pound of ground turkey with your kid because they don't want to eat what you want to eat. So I'm going to take my portion out. And it's kind of like a dirty rice mix if you think about it. And if I didn't want tacos, I honestly would have just done a dirty rice. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this together, and I'm going to cover it. And once I cover it this time, that water should absorb in both the rice and the meat. And we will be ready to stuff some bell peppers. All right, so that has cooked down pretty much how I want it.
It looks amazing.
But now it's time for me to add my tomato paste.
I think I made you one of these.
No, honey, you said you wanted tacos.
Oh, we ain't even showing these.
I took those out the oven.
These look great. I can already sense the flavor.
So 1 can of tomato paste is okay because it's thick. So now we're going to mix this tomato paste in because it already had the water in it from it cooking. The rice is done. The seasonings have soaked into the meat. So now we're going to mix this tomato paste in. And then I'm going to add some cheese in here. And guess what, y'all?
We stuffing them.
We're going to stuff. I have that tomato paste blended in perfectly. And now I'm going to come with the cheese. And you want it cheesy, so if you don't like cheese, you don't need it. This is just how I like mine. I'm going to mix this cheese in to make it cheesy. Turn this stove off because it's already hot. Once I mix this in, I'll come back to y'all with the stuffing process.
Did you send me your own stuff, right?
No, Mom.
So we're just going to stuff them until they're full and push it all the way down in there. Even when it look like it's not full, you're going to push it all the way in there. It's going to be cheesy, but guess what, y'all? It's going to be good.
Joe, she sent it to your email.
What's her email address?
Hold on. All right, so I'm going to top that one off, and then I'll show you when I finish both. So once you got them filled up to capacity, you come back over and you cheese them. And you put them back in the oven. And I will say, because this pepper is almost how I want it, as far as
That
done,
looks great.
you're going to put it back. You so fake. You're going to put it back in the oven for a good, let's say 30 minutes. And let this cheese get all gooey and bubbling and brown. And then all of these things can melt in together. And I'm going to push them together so that they can lean on each other just in case. Yep. That's exactly what I was going to do. Ty, it's
Come
okay.
on, Ma.
You so irritating. All right, so I'm gonna fix this one up a little better because I knocked all the cheese off of it. But you get the picture. It's going in the oven for 30 minutes at 385, and I'll show you once it's done. So here is the final product of my stuffed bell pepper. I didn't want the cheese to melt down too much because if you can see, my pepper is ready and it started shrinking on me. Some people like to drizzle this in sauce. I'm not a sauce head, so I don't drizzle mine in sauce. Ty is the sauce head. And guys, I shared with her, so she has my other bell pepper. And I was allowed to have some of her taco stuff, so I made a taco salad. So I'm about to eat my bell pepper and taco salad. Bon appetit.